What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Shaun, and I am joined, as always, by longtime Star Wars fan, Mr. Ciara Lawler.
I just love midichlorians, and I love all things to do with floating stuff.
Pretty good. He's named two things that Star Wars has.
Now, Shaun has done that gag because we, on our Patreon this week, released our June movie of the month that we do a review on for the Lazarus Pit show. And this month, we reviewed Star Wars Attack of the Clones, Episode 2, Shaun. It's a good one.
I would say Episode 1 in my heart. It's top tier, because that endgame, there will be blood.
So, if you want to listen to us try to divulge and work our way through Episode 2. Now, we did Phantom Menace last year, so we're working our way slowly through them. We had to start somewhere at the two
I'm
worst.
Looking forward to next year, let me tell you.
To be honest with you, it's getting better. But if you want to go to that, listen to that review, it's over on our Patreon now. The link is down below in the description, and you'll be surprised. Shaun thinks it's Oscar worthy. I remember what you said that to me.
Robbed, I think, is the term I use.
But this is Hero or Zero, Shaun. So what do we do here?
So this is a show where we take one comic book character every single week. I normally take Marvel characters. You normally take DC characters. Both equally good comic book companies, let's be honest. There's no violence
no fake
this week.
rivalry? No fake rivalry.
We're not doing it. I'm done with
fair
it.
enough.
And we just give everyone a bit of a rundown about everything to do with that character. So last week was your week. You took Prometheus, who
was a very cool and interesting character based off of basically if Batman went bad. And so I'm interested to see who you do this week, because last week I felt was, a very interesting character. DC normally is so good. Marvel also so good. No fake rivalries. This week, 1 week only. So Shaun, this week, who have you chosen?
So this week I have chosen a Marvel character, a villain, probably not really known, but a really cool concept that I feel like in the coming years they might delve into it. At the minute, he's just popped up in a few stories.
Okay. So it's not a case of missed potential. He's new.
No, he's been around for ages. The potential has been missed.
Okay.
But I did a character called Jack-O-Lantern ages ago who started out as a joke and then became this really horrifying character.
Yes.
This could be the same thing. So this is a character, Connor, called Swarm.
Swarm. Okay. Is it... Let me try and guess. He has the ability to break apart and make like bees or wasps or flies.
Oh, you've heard of Swarm, have you?
I think.
So I'll quickly run through him. We'll go through the powers and we can just see what we think.
Is he made of bees?
He's a man made of bees, Connor.
Fuck off. I never get to ask that question. Is he made of bees?
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yes.
So Fritz von Meyer was once a Nazi scientist.
Not so good.
Stuff.
I jumped in too early.
The details of his involvement with the Nazis remain unrevealed, although it is known he had access to looted gold from countless European capitals, which he used to fund his research.
Right.
He fled Germany at the end of World War II and ended up settling in South America. Now, Fritz was a world expert on toxic poisons and apiculture, aka beekeeping.
Right, okay.
So he continued his research on breeding patterns of killer bees in relative peace deep in the jungle.
Strange combo of degrees that he's doing animals and toxins.
Yeah, I suppose bees and stinging and things like that.
As a man who's never studied bees. Bees and stinging, bees. You know yourself.
You know, they can sting once or something. I'm not sure. One day, though, Connor, Fritz found a hive unlike any he had ever seen.
Oh, here we go. Radioactive bees.
The bees exhibited no fear and a highly developed intelligence.
Bees don't show any fear as it is.
That's also true, yes.
You ever seen a bee in your time and you thought, he's afraid of me? You've never once.
No, Yeah, bees have this remarkable ability to make literal giants to them afraid.
Exactly. So this, to me, I'm already questioning this story. There's no way that bee exhibited any behaviour he's not already seen before.
Well, I think I can turn you around, Connor. I think you're going to like this next sentence, because believing that a nearby meteorite bombardment had somehow mutilated the bees with radiation...
I feel like I've been asleep for a few pages and I've come back.
No. A line into the second paragraph we are here.
Okay.
So Fritz built a device that he hoped would reawaken the bees' killer instincts so that they could serve him.
Wait, what? Okay, so hang on. Let's just try and divulge this. So there's a meteor after landing somewhere near this hive.
Yes.
And he thinks that the hive is getting powers from the meteor, and his plan is to take control of the hive so that they'll do his bidding.
Correct, he's going to hack some bees, Connor.
But can I just ask just one really quick question?
Yeah.
Actually, two. How and why?
Well, Connor, he built a device that would reawaken the bees' killer instincts. And
just how?
He's a Nazi scientist.
That's the most powerful scientist.
They're up to all kinds of devilment depending on what the story requires.
That's true. What year was this? Do you know?
I'm not actually sure what year his origins were. I'm assuming it was around the time of like the war,
like the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, actually, sorry, his first appearance was in July of 1977.
So really a bit late.
A bit late. He could have very easily been a communist, but they went Nazi.
They were like, everyone's doing communists in the 70s. We're going back to the Nazis.
We're going old school. However, Fritz had made a mistake, and so while the bees were no longer... I know. While the bees were no longer passive, they were no longer in his control. So, what he's effectively done is he's angered a super intelligent beehive.
I could do that by kicking the hive. What's he doing? Building machines.
No, but they're super intelligent bees, Connor.
Oh, right, they're doing Sudoku.
They began to swarm over Von Meyer, killing him. In the midst of his death throes, his consciousness shredded, dissipating into the swarm of bees.
Fucking hell. Fuck off. Right.
And so...
We've had some bad origin stories. Like, we've had...
like up there.
Like, the black condor learned to fly by living with some condors. That I thought was going to take some beating. But a lad who gets stung to death and his consciousness... goes into the bees is a whole other level.
It's never explained.
Never explained, you don't need it. He's a Nazi scientist.
So because of this, Fritz von Meyer became an aggregate being, a living embodiment of a swarm, with his own scientific mind added to the mutant intelligence of the bees.
But why are they so smart again? Because of a meteor?
Meteoric radiation. They're essentially mutant. They're X-Men bees.
Fuck's sake. X-Men bees mixed with Nazi scientist.
Yes.
Right.
Fritz claims to have used his powers to basically establish himself as the dominant mind of the bees. And at some point developed giant mechanical bees to obey his commands.
Sorry, what? No.
That's how it's written in the wiki, dude.
Wait, so let's just go back.
Yeah.
He built robotic bees.
Giant mechanical bees.
But can I ask, does he have hands?
Well, his hands made of bees.
Yeah, but he has hands made of bees.
Yeah.
That no
very
opposable
intelligent
thumbs.
Bees. Opposable bees.
Opposable bees, correct. But if how is he making a robot with no arms, legs, or a body? Is my question.
By all known laws of aviation, a bee should not be able to build a robot. What I will say,
but a million bees.
A million bees can fucking do anything they want. What I will say, this might come in, this might be slightly more acceptable to you later on when I explain something about Fritz von Meyer. Okay? So I'm going to leave it for now.
Because at the minute I'm thinking that's fairly impossible. But I'm willing to have my mind changed on this incredibly logical and smart character.
You're going to have your mind blown.
Oh, great.
So, shortly after this, the international police agency Interpol, in its quest to bring war criminals to justice, managed to track down von Meyer.
Surely it would be impossible to track down a man who's made of bees while he's no longer a human.
Well, he spends most of his time as a big human-shaped swarm of bees, if you will.
Why? Why does he do that if he's on the run?
It'll all come into play later, Connor.
Okay. They couldn't find him when he was a human, but they could find him when he's bees.
So loud now.
He can't hide. He's like hiding behind the wall.
Oh, fuck, lads. One Interpol agent somehow managed to capture the queen bee of the swarm, encasing it in amber and fleeing to the United States.
Captured the one queen bee? What are the odds?
Somehow he did that.
But I thought he has control of the bees. Why does the queen have control?
It's. I think it's like a fucking coalition government situation.
He's reforming the Axis. He's going again.
So he fled to the United States with the queen bee sealed in amber. Von Meyer, now calling himself Swarm, followed, killing the agent who was attempting to flee on a ship, but failing to recover the briefcase that held the trapped queen.
Oh no.
Now, at the same time, a group of heroes called the Champions were saying goodbye to a friend of one of the members, Black Widow. That's just a nice little bit of flavour for you.
Just, they're saying good, they're waving to her.
Yeah, and they interrupted Swarm's attack, discovered that he had murdered this Interpol agent, and took the briefcase, unaware of its purpose. They just said, he wants this, he probably shouldn't have it.
And to be fair, they are battling a man who's made of bees. So I think at that stage you're getting away from the bee man as fast as possible.
That's true. There's only one good aggregate being made of insects, and that's spiders, man, as we all know.
Everyone knows that. Everybody knows it.
Swarm soon confronted the team directly, and during the attack, he managed to free the queen. After this, the queen was free to complete its mutation, which Fritz had begun earlier. Right?
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, yeah, like you said, right, like all the listeners are like, we're on board, go on.
We're on board. We're all with you, Shaun, keep going.
We're all with you, go on.
So, the queen grew to gigantic size. So it's a gigantic bee. He mutated it, Connor.
Oh, he mutated it, of course.
He mutated it. The fight ended when the champion Hercules, using his superhuman strength, threw the gigantic queen miles away. The bees...
She can fly!
But she got thrown.
You can't throw someone that can fly.
By all known laws of aviation...
Let's fuck her into the air. She won't be coming back, lads.
Hercules have figured this out. The bees comprising Swarm's body were pulled away, following the queen, and left Swarm as nothing but a skeleton, Connor.
They fucking left the coalition. The minute any trouble came in, they fucking left.
They Brexited.
They Brexited away from him. That's outrageous.
So following this, his skeleton was sent to New York's Empire State University Biophysics Department for further study.
I know we overlooked that because we're the Brexit joke, but why is his skeleton still there if he's made of bees?
Bees can't eat bone.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out logistically, he's walking around with the skeleton, but the bees are formed around the skeleton?
That's it, and that's why he's able to build robots, because he still has bony fingers.
Fuck off. How is he worse than the Black Condor? I thought he had peaked.
So shit.
And
We're not done yet, buddy.
Okay, go on.
Like, Doorman at least did some heroics. Like, this dude is
Yeah.
actually trying to be a villain. So yeah, his skeleton was sent to the biophysics department for further study. When the scientists started performing radiation tests on the skeleton,
Oh, man.
a queen bee that happened to be in the skull, began breeding millions of bees instantly.
Right. Several questions. One.
Yeah.
Which one's this queen bee? I thought the queen bee had already left.
Different queen bee, a regular queen bee this time.
There can't be two Beyoncés. There's only one, right? There's a queen bee. She's there. She mutates. She gets thrown into the air and I'm assuming survives very easily. But
Yeah.
there's just another queen. So she was a princess. She gets promoted to queen once the real queen is gone. And within seconds becomes the most fertile being on the earth. And
Because
creates
of the
millions-
radiation, Connor.
Radiation babies. Okay,
Yes.
right. So he is now. What they've done there is they've done a plot,
Yeah.
and then they've thought, right, well, he's definitely useless if all the bees have left. We need more bees.
We need more bees. And bees they did get. So millions of bees were born instantly.
Millions? Millions of bees?
Within moments, Swarm was reborn.
Would you need millions to cover a body? You would need
That's
like
what I'm
100.
thinking. I would give it maybe, I would give it maybe 5,000 bees. But like millions.
Even that'd be a lot. They'd be on top of each other. A million is like so many that you don't need that many.
Very true. But you'd rather have a million bees and not need them than need a million bees and not have them.
That's his phrase.
So Swarm, that's his catchphrase. Swarm decided to kill the scientist and launch a reign of terror on the university campus.
Start small, work up.
Work up. I'm only a million bees, lad.
I will take over this dorm room, and then I will move to the campus larger area, and then when I get ultimately so powerful that I have 1,000,001 bees, I'm coming for the outer region of the college itself.
The remote learning locations. So the scientist was rescued by Spider-Man, whose secret identity of Peter Parker had recently begun working in the department as a teaching assistant. Swarm turned his attention on Spider-Man, claiming that, and this is a quote, "Spiders and bees are natural deadly enemies."
That's true.
End quote.
Everyone knows that.
Spider-Man was saved only by smashing into nearby chemicals that happened to be some manner of insect repellent.
Oh, good. That's interesting. It's actually very lucky, to be fair.
Isn't it? Look, fortunate, it will definitely never come up again.
Actually, the more I think about it, most chemicals would be insect repellent. Like, most of them, if they're some sort of acid or some sort of base in them, insects won't be fans of them, really.
Yeah, because they don't smell nice, so they wouldn't want to eat them. So I guess, Spider-Man just crashed into some acid, and that's fine.
Who wins in a battle? One Spider's man or 1,000,000 bees?
Oh, Spiders, man, every day of the week.
1,000,000 bees eats him alive. Has to be.
Spiders can have silk and bees can only sting once. I would argue that the amount of spiders could take all the stings from 1,000,000 bees.
I don't think so. I think 1,000,000 bees kills everything.
They're still radioactive spiders, though.
Oh,
They're radioactive bees.
Radioactive
to be fair,
bees. Fucking radioactive bees. Can't beat you on that.
I was thinking regular bees. So after this, Swarm immediately launched an attack on the city. He's gone bigger. He's hoping to cleanse the world of humankind. He also hoped to allow his queen bee to mutate and grow.
But the last time that happened, you lost all the bees.
But this time, it's a different queen and 1,000,000 bees.
But the last time you lost like 1,000 bees when you did the exact same action, and now this time you've got more to lose. You've got like so much more bees, and you're thinking, we'll do the same thing. This one, she'll definitely stay.
What's wild as well is that if it is a different bee, those aren't the bees that originally got his consciousness, and he somehow still has it.
Yeah, no, it's because it's in the bones somehow.
In the marrow, yeah.
And it just like exudes out. It's nuclear energy, Shaun. It's all there. You just have to read between the lines.
Meteors.
Yeah. And also, I like how he's gone straight from campus to world decimation. Straight up.
Like all of humanity ended kind of thing.
For no reason.
So Swarm began constructing a gigantic hive, again in the middle of the campus, for the Queen to live in. Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, learned that his fellow teaching assistants had created more of the experimental insect repellent that saved Spider-Man's life earlier. Pouring the chemicals on his costume and combining it with his web fluid, Spider-Man once more confronted Swarm. The repellent caused the bees intense pain, and in their maddened state, they turned against each other.
What? Who could have foreseen this?
This also happened to the now gigantic Queen Bee.
Oh my god.
Whose hive refused to obey Swarm's commands and fled. Once more, Swarm was reduced to nothing but a skeleton.
Look, I don't want to say I told you so, but I knew that was going to happen about 4 minutes ago. The minute you mentioned he was going to do the exact same fucking thing.
This lad is going to be back as a skeleton before we know it.
I don't normally get the origins definitely correct, but he's a fucking idiot.
He is. He's really fucking dumb. He pops up in some other stories, but he's still... I think those just sum up how shit Swarm really is.
I mean...
and the thing is, he's such a cool design. Like, if you look at him, he's class, but he's shit.
Yeah, I think the idea of, like, he's, like, made of bees, and then he can, like, transfer under somewhere, like even a door, and you can't get away from him, and then he just reforms.
Like, I can imagine just a load of bees coming in through every window and door of the house. Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that could be really cool, except for the fact he's real bad.
He's real bad, but onto powers and abilities, Connor.
Oh, here we go.
And you're going to love the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system later.
7's all around.
7's across the board, yeah. So, powers. Human hive. Swarm is a composite being of hundreds of thousands of bees driven by human intelligence. He is technically intangible, as his body is merely an aggregate of many bees.
Right.
He can fly through the air or assume any shape and size he desires. He is also...
Any size?
Any size, well, in relation to the amount of bees currently comprising him.
Okay.
A million bees, biggest swarm you've ever seen. He can mentally influence the actions of other bees, which may extend over hundreds of yards in radius.
Jeez, he's robbing banks all over the city, so he is. He's just like, dogging the bees, getting them to break into the safe for him.
And at first he seemed capable only of controlling other bees, but he can communicate and control other insects as well sometimes.
Oh, Spiders, man.
Yeah. Maybe. I think unbreakable willpower in Spiders, man.
Damn. Ant-Man?
I think he's fought Ant-Man at some point.
Oh, like the first two villains he fights are Ant-Man and Spider-Man, surely.
Oh, definitely. And like presumably loses to both because
absolutely, yes,
good characters. And then he is a brilliant scientist, which was not lost with his physical death.
Thank God.
He is often able to mutate bees to gigantic size and can often be seen riding a monstrous queen bee. He likes big bees and he cannot lie.
You other bees can fucking deny it because it's shit.
And on the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system, Connor, durability of 7.
Unreal.
He literally reformed from a skeleton.
Literally, he's like Wolverine. He cannot be killed.
Cannot be killed. Energy projection of 0. Fighting skills of 2. Intelligence of 4.
That's too high.
Speed of 3. And strength of 0.
I mean, speed of 3 is a bit harsh. Also, he has 2 zeros, which isn't a great look.
It's not the best rating system we've ever had.
He can't be killed, but he has no attack.
He's got a total of 16 out of a possible 36.
Like, yeah, he's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card with like 5,000 defense points but 0 attack. He's just sitting there.
Literally. He's just sitting there. He can take a beating all day, but he can't do much to stop you.
But like, surely he just like sends 700 bees. Like, if he comes up against Black Widow, she's ultimately just a human. Or Hawkeye. Like, they walk up, he just sends out 700 of his 1,000,000 bees, stings them to death, fly away.
And maybe that does happen, but also, like, they have abilities, like, they're resistant to toxin and all this kind of shit, like, even as humans.
They have to be fairly resistant for 7, just send another 100, 800, 900.
Yeah, but Connor, then you send in, like, you just send fucking Captain America in to stop him then.
I think Captain America would die if he got stung by 1,000,000 bees.
I don't think so. I think his body would metabolise out all of the venom.
Not at the same time. If they all just swarmed in, literally, swarmed in, 1,000,000 stings at once, I think he's dead.
I don't think. I think he's a super soldier. Like, I think he's. I think Captain America could eat a cyanide tablet and be fine.
I disagree. That's madness. Where's the drama?
What do you mean? Where's the drama?
How many bees does it take to kill a normal, regular person?
It depends on the person, I would say.
Yeah, but like, not a lot, I would say. Like,
it's between 1 and 1 billion.
Okay, I'm going to Google how many stings it takes. How many?
Fuck's sake.
Stings.
I will also say, when Craven the Hunter's daughter one time began collecting a zoo of animal-themed superheroes and villains, and Swarm is in one of the cages.
Oh.
So she somehow captured him.
Okay, so I have the results.
And sorry, also, and I just want to say as well, I said earlier on in the week there was a shit Marvel character who formed their own Sinister Six with 8-Ball. That was incorrect. Swarm did that. Swarm formed his own Sinister Six with 8-Ball.
That's good stuff. Good Swarm. So I have the average person can safely tolerate 10 stings for each pound of body weight. That means that the average adult could withstand 1,000 stings, whereas 500 stings could kill a child. So, 1,000 stings kills a regular person. I'm thinking you send 500,000 bees at Black Widow. She's not surviving. There's no way.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to Google Black Widow poison. Actually, no, that'll just bring me the spider. Black Widow superhero poison.
I think the listeners are going to agree with me, Shaun. There's no way.
Okay, maybe Black Widow, definitely Hawkeye. He's got a lot of exposed arms in that suit. But I think Captain America could stand up to as many bee stings as he needs.
I disagree. I think the only one still alive is Hulk and Wolverine. If he sends out 1,000,000 bees, everyone else is gone.
What about Vision?
Yeah, Vision's not human. Trick question. Robot.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. I'm thinking humans.
Okay. What about then She-Hulk?
That's Hulk. Yeah, okay, She-Hulk, they survive. Wolverine survives. I think Professor X is dead in that chair, unless he can talk to the bees.
I would argue he could overpower the bees.
But Swarm has that link as well, though. Swarm is more connected.
Stronger, Professor X or Swarm?
To talking to human, X. Talking to bees, Swarm.
Okay, so in a bee-on-bee fight, Swarm has it over any Avenger, is what you're saying to me.
I'm thinking Swarm could kill the Avengers, yeah.
Okay, could Swarm kill Batman?
Yes.
Class.
So Swarm should be able to kill everyone if they're just a regular human.
Yeah, any regular humans, he's the worst villain to come up against.
Because you can't punch him. It's owie, owie, owie if you do.
But if you punch him enough, he'll slowly run out of bees because they die after they sting you.
Oh, but you have to take the sting.
But you get someone like the Hulk and you just send him in and let him take all the stings.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Hawkeye comes in, arrows at every individual bee.
Okay, I think we've discovered Swarm is more powerful than Thanos.
Yeah, I think so. Could Thanos take no, this isn't the point.
No, I think Thanos survives.
Thanos survives?
Yeah, because he has he's got alien in him. He's not human.
So aliens are fine then.
Yeah.
What about Star-Lord?
Oh, Star-Lord's dead.
Well, okay, fair
the
enough.
human half of him, Chris Pratt, is dead.
Chris Pratt would. Oh, Chris Pratt can't take a bee sting for shit.
No, he
do
can't.
you want to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please. So, as I mentioned at the start of the show, we do have a Patreon. We have lots of movie reviews over there. We have Attack of the Clones done. We've done such movies as League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. We've done The Incredibles, Batman and Robin. We've done X-Men films. We did X-Men Origins Wolverine a few months back. Batman
Spider-Man.
Begins, Spider-Man, a whole host of all these different films that if you want to listen to our review of, they're all over there. It's just $5 a month, and then you get access to every review we do over there, along with all of our local reviews, our Falcon and Winter Soldier reviews. They're all there for all of our patrons.
The good stuff.
If you don't want to do that though, and you still want to support the show, we do have a merch store that's also there. That's down below. You can get like hats, t-shirts, mugs, all sorts of stuff. If you want to follow us on any social medias, Twitter, we're here at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook, Heroes for Hire Podcast. Instagram, Heroes for Hire Podcast. And most importantly, just tell one human being that we exist.
Or 1 million bees.
Or 1 million bees. So I have been Ciara Lawler.
I have been Shaun.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.